Hi, welcome back to Wallflowers. So today I went and did a shopping haul with my friend Carol, and I really did well today and I'm quite happy with it. So I managed to get 2 packs of frozen scrambled egg, another whole box of curly parsley, because of course I got 2 boxes last week. I got a box of flat parsley and Carol kindly donated to me her box of curly parsley. Unfortunately, when I got to the point when I was ready to dehydrate the curly parsley, most of it was damp and going mouldy, and the parts that I thought I was salvaging had actually gone mouldy within the dehydrator, so I didn't get anything out of that. So I've double checked. She offered me a box today and I've double checked and everything looks fine, so I'll be straight onto that today and dehydrate the curly parsley. I got 12 refuse sacks, 4 pinter of milk, 3 loaves with the date of the 5th of April on them, 3 large red peppers, 3 pak choy and 4 potatoes, and also 8 packets of green basil, and I'm really happy with that. A while ago I managed to get some Thai basil and I dehydrated a lot of that and I've kept that, and now I've got some green basil, so that's really nice. I originally picked up 1 portion and she said, would you like to take some more? So I asked the lady how many people actually take the basil, and she said unfortunately we're throwing a lot of it out this week because people haven't been taking it. I said, well, I can actually use quite a bit. She said take everything on the shelf. I felt a bit guilty doing that, but she said I was helping her. So I took the 8 packets and I shall dehydrate that as well and keep that in a jar. So everything you see here I actually only paid £2.50 for, and that was £1 for the vegetables, £1 for the bread, and 50p for the refuse sack. So that was £2.50 of the 3 things I paid for. The scrambled egg was free, the milk was free, and the basil was free. So I've done really, and the curly parsley was free. So I've done really well. Normally I can't actually buy much food to actually go in the freezer because the freezers are normally absolutely jam-packed. And as soon as I'm taking something out when I'm shopping again, I'm replacing the item, or I'm preserving and cooking and something else is going back in its place. Unfortunately, the freezer has not been working. The temperatures have been dropping and I'm having great difficulty with the freezer. So I've messed around with the digital part of it and tried to fix it, but the fridge started to freeze and the freezer part started to act like a refrigerator rather than a freezer. So I pulled the whole freezer out. I vacuumed everything out, the dust, it was quite dusty in there, and I cleaned it out thoroughly with a cloth. I cleaned all the gracing on it, I cleaned the motor, I cleaned everything that I could visibly and physically reach. Put it all back. Unfortunately I'd lost everything that was in this freezer, so you'll be able to see at the moment I've just got a couple of things in there that I've managed to salvage, and everything else is gone, so I've got plenty of room in my freezer to restock. So I thought this scrambled egg, although it was free, which we like free, will be very useful if again we begin to have any difficulties with getting eggs, etc. I've always got some scrambled egg in reserve. And the bread, I thought, well, I'm only going shopping once a week now, so I can store some bread instead of having to run out and panic during the week if I need some more. So these 3 loaves will actually go straight into the freezer. As I'm dehydrating, I'm going to be doing some dehydrated peppers. I've seen people actually dehydrate the peppers and powder them, as I've been doing with certain things, and they've been using that instead of paprika. So that was quite interesting to me, that, so I might actually have a go and see how that works. Of course I'm going to dehydrate the basil. As I say, previously I've had the Thai basil, and I've dehydrated that and kept that in one of my herb jars, so to have the green basil as well is absolutely wonderful. So yeah, £2.50 for everything you see here, I think is absolutely wonderful. So that was shop 1, and now I shall change all the items and show you what I got in shop 2. Okay, so this is the second shop I actually went to. So I decided to get a lot of treats for my money. This shop generally cost me £4 in this shop for 12 items. I took some carrots, and the lemons looked wonderful, absolutely massive, and I was quite happy with them, so I took 3 of those, 4 of the carrots. I saw a bit of spinach gnocchi and I thought, yes, I'll certainly have a go at that, so I picked some of that up, and some ready prepared onions in a jar, and I just thought how convenient, so I picked that up as an extra item. 4 packets of crisps, a whole tray of Barney dates, and there's 1 kilo of the dates there. Now I'm going to look to see what I can make with them, and if you have any recipes or any treats or meals or anything that you make with them, I know they can go on salads, I know they can, lots of cakes can be made with them, etc. But if you have any hints or tips and you'd like to share a recipe with me, I'd really appreciate that. I picked up an extra milk in case the free milk that I got at the first shop, in case there was any problems with that at all. So I picked up an extra milk and thought, well, I've got that in reserve, and I paid for that on top of the £4 for the shop. I'd say a lot of it's treats in this shop, some nice biscuits, crackers, that can be eaten of a night time. Now normally I like the salted version of these, but they just had the original available, so I got those. A nice box of chocolates to treat myself if I want to pig out one night and just have a treat with those. I've had these before. Normally I get the marzipan version, and this one is an almond version. So, and they're really tasty, so another treat. And of course, with having all the bread in reserve, I treated myself to some hot cross buns, and these are Bramley apple ones, and I tend to have these as a breakfast or even a late night supper, depending on how I feel. So yes, it's a lot of treats, a couple of meal sauces in there, not many, and without the milk, all of those items together cost £4, and then the milk was 85. Oh, and there are 2 bottles of water for the water reserve in case something should happen. I've been building up water in reserve. Yes, I do have the Berkey, but if there are any other issues, I've got plenty of water in reserve, so I've been concentrating on that, building up my water supply. So yes, £4 for all of that and 85p extra, so £4.85 for the whole of that second shop. And the third shop I went to today, I got a nice cabbage, 2 bunches of spring onions. Yes, they need tidying up a bit, but they look like lovely onions, and they will get used this week. A lot of baby carrots, green beans, and onions I'm hoping to do some pickled onions with, as I have my pickling mixture ready. And I just put a bag together. So yeah, 2 types of onions, carrots, green beans and a cabbage, and all that cost me £1. The bread was free. The date on the bread is the 6th, so I have 2 further loaves. The free gift today was an Easter egg. We had the choice of a milk Easter egg or a white Easter egg, and I chose the milk chocolate, and Carol gave me hers. What a lovely gesture. So they're in reserve, and all of that just cost me £1 for the vegetables. Everything else was free, so that was shop 3. Now, the last shop, I can't actually call it a shop because I was actually gifted everything that I'm about to show you now. My friend Carol had told the lady in our local food initiative about the difficulties with my freezer and what actually happened, and how she was quite worried about me, what's going on lately. And when I got there today, I was actually looking for any vegetables I can actually add to what I hadn't collected today. She had a couple of bags ready for me, and she gifted me all of this food. It's some fabulous food, and she knows I don't mind the dates because everything is frozen, everything's been well looked after. This is fabulous food, but they're all beyond the dates that can possibly be sold within the initiative. So let me talk you through the wonderful gift I received today. So I got an absolutely huge stuffed duck on the bone, and I'm hoping to look in to be able to can some of the duck meat, and that looks absolutely beautiful. I also got 20 pigs in blankets. Now the date on the duck is from 2021, but has been in the freezer, and I'm prepared to chance it. The date on the pigs in blankets is February 22, and again they're all frozen. I'm prepared and okay to do that. The pork pies are fresh, they're not frozen, and they're 3rd of April, and I'm quite happy with the 2 packs of those. There's 2 packs of sausage meat, which we really enjoy. And the date on that is the 4th of April 23. There are 2 a chicken mushroom risotto and a spaghetti carbonara, and they're both 3rd and 4th of April this year. A pack of bacon from November last year, that's being completely frozen, and I'm quite happy with that because it's still frozen. 2 huge duck legs that were frozen, and I'll take one out at a time and pick the meat off that and do something with it. Some veal mince, and that's the 4th of April this year, and also 2 rose veal breaded scallops, and that's the 4th of April. So as you can see, there's some mixed dates here. There's some from 21, some from 22. The cost of that duck originally would have been £35. In the shop it was reduced to £17.50. But as I say, the date is the 26th of December 21, but it's solid, and it has been frozen since freshly delivered. The bacon again is from 22 November, but it has been solidly frozen, so I'm quite happy with that. From the bread counter, although you can see I picked up quite a lot of bread items today throughout the shops I visited, this actually looked really nice, and it's a Marks and Spencer's Farmhouse white loaf. and I just thought that would be really nice, so I'm quite happy with that. So all of that was free of charge from a wonderful lady in the community who really just gave me a care package because she knew what I'd been through and she knew what had been happening with the freezer. So there are wonderful people, you know, and I'm just really grateful for this food that she gave me. So all of that will fill some of the empty space that I have in the freezer. Okay, let me bring everything back and give you a total of what I spent for what I've managed to pick up today. Okay, so this is everything in its entirety, but it's cost me £8.50, but all the meat products, you must remember, was a gift, basically from a lady in the community. So all of that was a gift, and everything else that you see, I've paid £8.50 for. So lots and lots of bread, which will take space up in the freezer, but we'll be keeping us in bread for quite a while. Eggs, vegetables that I can make all number of meals with. The peels of the lemons will be dehydrated. I will be having lemon juice in my drinks and using for different things. Onions, as I say, I'm dehydrating the peppers. I'm going to be canning some of the carrots shortly, but these will probably just get eaten as meals. I normally parboil these baby ones and then roast them and coat them with honey, the dandelion honey I make, and they're absolutely delicious, and I really enjoy the small baby carrots. The onions will be getting pickled. The green beans will be eaten and they'll be luscious. Pak choy will be used with a rice meal and some meat, will be placed on the bottom of the plate under the meat, and that will be absolutely delicious. Quite a lot of snacks and treaty things that the cupboard was running low on. Dates that I can nibble on, or I can experiment and see if I can create something new. Water for the supply, I say lots of bread for storage, lots of milk, all the free meat that will go straight into the freezer and will keep me fed for quite a while. Free herbs for me to dehydrate, both the parsley and the basil. I forgot to mention at one of the places there was a free bunch of the daffodils. I've put them straight in water and they're absolutely beautiful. There's so many different types of daffodils, but I think these are so delicate and beautiful. So so everything you see, £8.50, and a gift from a lady in the community. So yeah, I'm all stocked up, lots of fresh food, lots of junk food, lots of meat, lots of preserving to do to keep me busy, and I'm quite happy with what I got. Okay, as I say, if you have any ideas how to use the dates, what I can experiment with and try something new with them, I'd welcome any ideas and recipes, please. Okay, hope you're all doing well, and thank you so much for joining me, and I'll speak to you again soon. Bye bye.